Hello, everyone, this is part 4. Are you ready to watch? Enjoy this show. Please support me. I know it's been a while since my last update, but I've had some things happen that I wasn't expecting, and I wanted to share them with you. Life has been unpredictable lately, and even though I'm still healing, there have been some unexpected moments that have forced me to reflect on what I've learned through all of this. So here's where I am now. Things were going pretty well after I started taking control of my life again. I'd been focusing on my own growth, spending time with friends, meeting new people, and just getting comfortable in my own skin again. But life has a way of throwing curveballs when you least expect it. One afternoon, while I was at work, my phone rang. I didn't recognize the number, but for some reason, I felt like I should answer it. The voice on the other end was familiar, but it took me a second to place it. "James, it's Melissa." I was caught off guard. Why was she calling me? I hadn't spoken to her in weeks. After everything that had happened, I honestly didn't want to hear from her. But something in me, maybe curiosity or just the need for closure, made me say, "Okay, what do you want?" She hesitated for a moment, and then she spoke again, her voice quieter this time. "I need to tell you something. Something that's been eating at me." At first, I didn't know what to make of it. After everything, why would she reach out now? What could she possibly have to say that was worth my time? But I let her speak. She continued, "I made a huge mistake. I've been seeing Chris, and things have been a mess. I'm not proud of how everything happened, but I want you to know something. I don't love him, James. I never did. It was always you." I almost laughed. Of course, she was trying to pull the "I made a mistake" card. She had all this time to come clean, but now, she wanted to confess because things with Chris weren't going the way she expected? But I stayed calm. I knew I had to hear her out, even though I could already feel the anger creeping in. "What are you expecting from me, Melissa?" I asked, my voice steady but with an edge to it. I just need you to know that I've been so confused," she said, her voice shaky. "I've been selfish. I've hurt you in ways I can't undo. I know I don't deserve it, but I want to try to fix things between us. I want us to start over." I couldn't believe what I was hearing. After everything, after she'd chosen Chris over me, after she'd betrayed me in the worst way possible, she wanted to start over? It didn't sit right with me. I took a deep breath. "Melissa, do you hear yourself? You don't get to just come back into my life when it suits you. You made your choice. You wanted to be with him, and now you're trying to fix things because you're unhappy? That's not how this works." Her response was a desperate, I know. And I regret it every day. But I can't stand the thought of losing you forever. Please, just think about it." I sat in silence for a long moment. The anger I had felt for so long started to boil over. How could she think that after everything, I'd just welcome her back with open arms? That wasn't me anymore. I said, "Melissa, I don't want this. I don't want a second chance with you. I've moved on, and I'm not going back. You're not the person I thought you were. You hurt me, and I won't let you do it again." She was quiet for a moment, and I could hear her breathing shakily on the other end. I thought maybe she was going to hang up, or maybe she'd plead some more, but instead, she said, "I get it. I really do. I'm sorry. I had to try. I guess I'll never forgive myself." I didn't respond. I couldn't think of anything else to say. I'd heard enough. And honestly, I didn't need to hear any more. When I hung up, I sat back in my chair, my thoughts swirling. Part of me was angry, but another part of me felt nothing. It was almost like I'd been expecting this all along. She wanted to come back, but it was too little, too late. She was too late. I thought about everything I had been through since the affair came to light. I remembered the nights I'd spent crying, the anger, the heartbreak, the feelings of betrayal. But I also remembered the progress I'd made. I had healed, slowly but surely. I had worked on myself, and I had learned the hardest lesson of all: I didn't need her to be whole. that call made me realize I had done the right thing. I had let go, not just of Melissa, but of the version of me that had allowed myself to be controlled by her actions. I wasn't that person anymore. I was stronger, and I didn't need her validation or apology to move on. I didn't reach out to her after that. I didn't need to. It's been a few weeks since that call, and I'm still moving forward. I've started seeing someone casually, and we've been taking it slow, but honestly, I'm in no rush. I'm just enjoying where I am in life, without the weight of Melissa's betrayal hanging over me. I've learned that moving on isn't about forgetting the past, but about accepting it. It's about embracing your own healing, even when the people who hurt you try to come back. I know now that I am worth more than someone who doesn't value me, and I'm never going to settle for less again. I wasn't sure if I was ready to post again, but I've had a few months of reflection and growth, and I think I'm in a place now where I can share what's been going on. I've found a sort of peace that I didn't think was possible just a year ago, and it feels good. Better than I ever imagined. The last time I updated, I told you about that unexpected call from Melissa. Honestly, I didn't expect her to reach out at all, but in a strange way, it was the final confirmation I needed to know that I had made the right choice in ending things. It was like the universe was giving me that last little push to let go and move on completely. I didn't want to give her any more of my emotional energy. She had taken enough. That phone call was the final moment where I realized that Melissa wasn't a part of my life anymore, and I needed to move forward. And so, that's exactly what I did. I think what's been most surprising is how little I've thought about her since that moment. I honestly don't know if it's because I'm finally letting go, or if it's because my life is finally falling into place again. But whatever it is, I feel lighter. I've thrown myself into work in ways I never thought possible. I've taken on more responsibility and finally embraced the opportunities that had been sitting on the sidelines. It's not that I'm trying to distract myself from the pain, no. It's more like I'm finally using the energy I had been putting into the relationship to fuel my own success. I had forgotten how capable I was before all of this, and now I'm rediscovering it. One of the most eye-opening experiences has been reconnecting with my friends. After Melissa and I split, I was distant for a while. I didn't want to talk about what had happened. It was too painful, and I didn't know how to explain it. But as the months passed, I started reaching out again, going to dinners, catching up, and just laughing. I didn't realize how much I had isolated myself in the relationship until I found myself enjoying the simple things again, like just hanging out with people who genuinely cared about me. It was during one of those dinners when I met Claire. She's a friend of a friend, and we just clicked. Nothing serious yet. But we get along well, and I've enjoyed getting to know her. It's been casual, which is exactly what I need right now. There's no rush, no pressure. I think I'm starting to trust again, but at my own pace. What I've realized, though, is that I'm not just healing from Melissa's betrayal, I'm healing from all the parts of me that I let slip away when I was with her. I don't know how to explain it fully, but I've learned to listen to my own needs more. I've stopped looking for validation from others and started relying on myself for confidence. Social media is still something I struggle with. Even though I blocked Melissa and moved on from her posts, I can't help but see snippets of my past life through other people's photos. I won't lie, it still stings sometimes, seeing pictures of the life I thought we'd have. But I've also realized something important: none of that was real. I was in a relationship with someone who lied to me, who manipulated me, and who ultimately chose someone else. That life was an illusion. And I'm okay with that. More than okay, actually. I'm proud of the man I've become since I found out about the affair. I'm proud that I've rebuilt my life, even if it's been hard. Every day is a new chance to keep growing, and I'm embracing that. I want to take a moment to reflect on what I've learned through all of this, because it's not just about the affair, it's about how I choose to move forward. I've learned that betrayal hurts in ways that words can't describe. But I've also learned that I don't need to let that betrayal define me. The people who hurt you can only have power over you if you allow them to. And once you let go of that power, you realize you're capable of so much more than you thought. I've learned to be kinder to myself. I don't have to be perfect, and I don't have to have all the answers. It's okay to feel hurt and confused, but it's also okay to heal at your own pace. It's okay to take your time and not let anyone rush your process. So, where am I now? I'm happy. I don't mean that in a way that feels forced or fake. I mean, genuinely, I feel at peace. The anger is gone, and the sadness is fading. I'm in control of my own life, and that's all I could ever ask for. To anyone out there reading this, if you're dealing with betrayal or heartbreak, take your time. You will heal. You will find your peace. It won't be easy, and some days will feel impossible, but keep moving forward. There is light at the end of the tunnel, and the version of you that emerges will be stronger, wiser, and more compassionate than before. Thank you for being there for me throughout this journey, Reddit. You've helped me more than you'll ever know. I think this will be my last update for now, but I'll never forget the support I've received from all of you. Take care of yourselves. You deserve it. Thank you for watching. I ask you to help me. Subscribe to my channel, put likes, and do not forget to comment. Thank you. See you in another video.